Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427, and actually today what I'm doing is a WWE Elite figure 2-pack right here, and this is actually the Mega Powers 2-pack, which is awesome. Also, this is one that I wanted for a while. I mean, I could have picked it up, but it's something I was just waiting on. It's something I wanted for the longest time, but I actually finally just picked it up. This is an awesome set. I love the packaging for it. This is definitely one you can leave men on card. I don't leave my figures men on card. I like to have them out the box. But if I wanted to, I could actually pick up another one of these. But this is awesome packaging. This is an awesome figure. I'm a huge Mega Powers fan. You know, I grew up watching 80s wrestling, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. I grew up watching all those types of guys. And I actually used to have the Hulk Hogan anthology where had all his greatest matches on it and stuff like that. And this is definitely one of my favorites. The Mega Powers Explode was led up to WrestleMania 4 where they actually formed and stuff, where Macho Man won the championship, leading all the way up to WrestleMania 5 where they actually had the Mega Powers Explode match and stuff like that. But this is awesome. I believe this is like their SummerSlam. Well, they pretty much wore this every time they actually teamed up, like the Saturday Night Main Event, Survivor Series. I believe it was only like 3 or 4 pay-per-views a year at that time. But you had the Saturday Night Main Events ones. And I believe this when they actually broke up on the Saturday Night Main Event. But let's get closer into the box. And actually, getting closer into the box, you see we get a classic WWF logo right there. And you see up top, it's awesome there right here, Mega Powers. And you see right here, it says WWE Elite Collection, True Effects, Lifelike Details. You see we get Macho Man. We actually get Hulk Hogan. We actually get a championship with this as well, which I'll get into, the accessories. You actually get Macho Man hands. You actually get Hulk Hogan hands. You get 2 extra head scopes. You get the tongue sticking on Macho Man, and whatever Hulk Hogan this is. I guess this is when he's, I don't know what this was supposed to be. His eyes are closed though. And you see we get the Mega Powers handshake. The only problem with this is Macho Man doesn't have the wrist tape on it, but I mean that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. You see there's a Ringside collectibles exclusive. You see on this part, see we get WWE logo, Mega Powers right there, WWE Elite Collection. You see right here it says Mega Powers WWE Elite Collection. And you see on the back it has both of them right here. It's awesome shot of them. Macho Man's the WWF champion. You see at Saturday Night's Main Event, October 3rd, 1987, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man shook hands for the first time, creating the most powerful force in WWE history. The combination of Hulkamania and Macho Man has formed the unstoppable force of the Mega Powers. Together, these brothers, bound by handshake, conquered Andre the Giant and $1 Million Man at SummerSlam. So what you gonna do when the Macho Madness and Mania run wild on you? You see, that's actually the bottom of the box. I believe they actually formed. So they performed before WrestleMania 4 on October 3rd, and then that's what led up to WrestleMania 4, with actually Macho Man winning that huge tournament that they actually did that year for WrestleMania, because WrestleMania 4 was like all of a tournament. But let's actually get into the figures. And actually looking at these 2 figures straight up and down, I think these figures look awesome right here. And I definitely think that these are great torsos. Probably, I don't know if Macho Man was that shredded, but that's not that big of a deal. I know some people want it to be completely accurate, but I feel like sometimes because it's a figure and because they want to make these wrestlers look like in the best light, like with the Triple H, I mean, what was it? The DX figure, he's absolutely shredded as a figure, but then in real life, he actually had a lot of more weight put on him. But it's just like they want to make Triple H look like in the best light that he actually possibly can. So I definitely understand why they would do that. But first, let's actually look at Macho Man Randy Savage. Look at him straight up and down. And you see, first off, he actually comes with double jointed elbows right here. So that's really awesome, really cool. He comes with double jointed elbows. You see he comes with the shredded torso. Yeah, I don't know if he's this shredded, but I think this is fine for Macho Man. I'm perfectly fine with that. And you see his double jointed arms. You see the arms I feel like are big enough as well. And yeah, now as you can see, looking at this Hulk Hogan, you see this thing looks absolutely awesome right here. Definitely looks really cool. The torso is great. These arms are absolutely huge, like the way it's supposed to be. That's really awesome. Of course, you see it in headline. And you see, looking at the hair and everything, his says Mega Powers as well. You see his knee pads are actually 2 different colors than actually what the actual Macho Man is. So that's kind of weird. And you see the yellow boots as well. So this is really awesome right here. Really, really cool. They definitely got the hands on point with both of these figures. But next up, let's actually get into the accessories. And actually looking at all the accessories, and you see he actually comes with some hands. Let's actually get into the hands first. These Mega Power hands. Let's actually get into this first. This is really, really cool. The only thing about it is they didn't put the tape on Macho Man hands, but I mean, that's fine. It still looks awesome. So it actually doesn't come apart at all. It's just the way it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to have shaking his hands. There's really no point of it coming off at all. I think that's really awesome because you probably wouldn't be able to do this if you actually had this. And I do have these like open hands a little bit, but that's not really, people use it for handshakes, but it's not really for a handshake. But I think this is awesome. You can actually use it on different figures. I know the skin tones won't match up that perfectly, but it's definitely something that you can probably use on actually multiple figures and stuff. And as you can see, looking at the other hands, looking at the other hands, you see this Macho Man one hand. I actually had the bicoder hands for both of the figures, so this only other Macho Man hand that she comes with. You see Hulk Hogan, yes, he comes with two like choke slamming type hands. I guess these are supposed to be for handshakes, but it's just choke slamming type hands. That's what they actually come with. This other one for Hulk Hogan and everything like that. So that's really awesome, really, really cool right there. And actually, let's get to the Wing Eagle Championship. This thing is absolutely beautiful and awesome right here. Definitely one of the greatest championships that WWE's ever produced. This thing looks really, really awesome, really, really cool right here. That was the actual championship. And let's get into the head sculpts. Now, this is one that actually came with my NWO Macho Man. It's cool, but it's not something that I would ever use on a figure. Just to be honest, it's not something I would use, but it's still really, really cool. Definitely something different for Macho Man. You see this Hulk Hogan. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I probably need to watch somebody's video just to see what this actually is supposed to be. His eyes is closed. I don't really get it. Maybe it's when they come in for the handshake and he has eyes closed. I really don't understand it, but definitely think it's something different, and it's a really cool head sculpt right there. Definitely something different than all my other Hulk Hogan head sculpts. And next, let's get to the Macho Man accessories. You see, this comes with his bandana, so that's really, really cool. You see the detailing on it, red and yellow. And you see down the back has that detailing on it. That's awesome right there. You see Macho Man. Let's see the orange sunglasses, orange and black sunglasses right here. So that's really, really awesome, really, really cool right there. And you see he has a Hulkamania bandana as well, which actually shoots right into his hair. There has some openings in his hair. If I can get it to focus. See, it says Hulkamania on it, so that's really, really awesome right there. And you see Macho Man's robe, his big robe, which actually got to take the head sculpt off. I definitely won't be untying this because that would just be too much to actually do. I just take the head sculpt off and put it over his neck. And you see on the back it says Mega Powers on it, with the lightning and the stars for lightning for Hulk Hogan, stars for Macho Man Randy Savage. So that's really, really awesome. Definitely be displaying them like this. You have to display them like this, to me personally. And you see Hulk Hogan had a shirt, Hulk Rules. We actually wore this year, and I believe when he wore this against Ultimate Warrior as well, from what I believe. That's what he actually wore against. But that was actually all that you see. He has all the rips in the back, but that was all the accessories right there. Next up, let's get into some posing. And actually wrapping this video up, I think it's an awesome, awesome 2-pack right here. Definitely something that you need if you're a Macho Man or a Hulk Hogan fan, because this is like one of their most popular things they actually did in the 80s in that time. And that year-long build-up storyline of them actually exploding and them actually fighting over that 30th championship. I think that was an awesome, awesome build-up with Macho Man winning the championship and Macho Man slowly growing even more angrier and angrier at Hulk Hogan because of Elizabeth and just the jealousy that they actually had between each other, and animosity is building up. And then Macho Man finally hit him with the championship, which I believe was like backstage or something inside the trainer's room I remember watching that clip and stuff like that when they actually exploded, and then they actually led up to that match at WrestleMania 5, which I believe WrestleMania 4 and 5 took place at the same place. I believe like New Jersey or something, Atlantic City. They both took place at the same exact place. But that was awesome right here. I actually love these two figures. Definitely two I needed for my collection. I mean, if you already have a Hulk Hogan and a classic Macho Man, you really don't need this. But if you're a fan of both of these, you definitely need this. But tell me all your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.